Okay, listen, I'm late. It's thundering. The the internet might go out. But before it does, the the TikToks have been posted. Okay? If you don't know what's going on, you missed a stream, but I'll give you the TLDR. Okay? My mic's moving a little bit. My mic. My camera's moving a little bit. Here's what happened. Ryze conference things imploded. Okay? One rep had the audacity, had the bad I don't know, had the bad form, had the I don't know, just the all around bad sense to use racial slurs and threaten to can I say this in the first 13 minutes? Threaten to I'll just spell it ASSAULT and permanently retire this young man who's 30 years old who is what's the right word? Oh my god, I'm gonna I get so nervous. I was like, I had all my words in place. He's 30 years old and he is chronologically not 30 years old. He's mentally not 30 years old. He's impaired? Is that the right? Golden Kazoo. Oh my god. Remind me on the next one. Hold on. What's the right? I apologize. Please hold. I like have my little murder board up, but I don't have my I'm trying to use the people first language and I definitely messed this up. Please hold. Click to search this PDF. Greetings, salutations. I'm sorry I'm late. My parents' dog had the anxieties because it was storming, and I also had the anxieties because it started storming. Mila? Let me see if I can say. Maybe I can do my. Let's see. Is it this one? Can I do my. Member. Is it this one? 24 month? Well, maybe not. I don't think it'll work. I will try to remind me next time you're on stream. We're streaming from the Chronic Corner.
have to wait for a squirrel.
It turns out the god, he's a squirrel.
Squirrel walks up to a tree and says, I forgot to store acorns for winter, and now I am dead. Ha!
But I won't be a squirrel tomorrow.
Daddy, I want a squirrel.
I mean, I'm not a squirrel.
You won't get me a squirrel, I'll get one myself.
What are you then? An oversized squirrel?
Squirrel.
What we're going for here is a vicious, man-eating rabid squirrel.
You owe me a new acorn.
This acorn is for emergency use only.
That acorn was given to me by my great-grandmother Ladybug.
See this acorn?
Quick, to the acorn!
Pee-pee, I'm hungry, can't you see? You are the acorn of my eye.
Only one kid shoved an acorn up his nose.
You gotta get that acorn!
Acorn is missing.
Big acorn.
An acorn doesn't become an oak overnight.
And the saber teeth, and we gave him an acorn.
Sometimes the acorn just stays an acorn.
Did you eat the acorn?
Oh, it's the acorn thing all over again. It was just an acorn, a little acorn.
Many of these trees were my friends, creatures I had known from nut and acorn.
Thank you. Also, I played it a little bit too early, but my heart was there to say I'm happy you've been here for your golden kazoo. I think I played that a little early for the acorn, but I hope you got the spirit of my excitement. Just a few months early. No, we got it. Individuals with intellectual disabilities. Yes. Hello. So, the individual who I've downloaded TikTok stories. One of them's 10 minutes, one of them's 4 minutes, another one's a couple of minutes. We've got some responses to the founder's press release that she released. Her like, we don't use hateful language here, and like, make sure we don't respond hate with hate, and like, please don't look poorly on Ryze, blah blah blah. And then Venus and Jeff, the top tier Ryze reps, the one who did the 250 bath bomb volcano in the kiddie pool, they were like, thank you so much for taking a leading step in whatever, leading the company and fuckery, because they're supporting Hannah, who said all the racist stuff towards the young man who was called all of the nasty racial slurs, and then also was threatened, and also responded so calmly to this rep, and the rep's who's acting like a victim. Venus is like, but she's so nice. But she's such a nice person. Venus. Okay. So yeah, if you missed that stream, it may be worth watching. And I've uploaded the stories to Vimeo, so we're going to have an easier time there. We'll read the press release. If you missed the permanently retired threats, we'll probably read those again. Before we get off onto the deep end of the sadness pool, let me know your highs and lows. I'd love to hear them, because it's about to be a lot of lows on the stream. Late Night Live crew, happy to be here. Hasn't been this late of a stream in a while. I'm happy to be back. If you wonder why we're on my bed again, chronic pain, baby. So I went to physical therapy yesterday. I worked out with my trainer today, and we were like, okay, see if we get a pain flare today, because we're trying different things. Pain flare city, but Late Night Live crew, happy that y'all are here. I remember that volcano in their garage. Yep. And now we get to remember that they have their volcano in their mouth too. Their sewer volcano. Migraine is atrocious. Ugh. Migraines are the worst. And y'all that struggle with chronic migraines, awful. Andy's web. Be prepared. Also, if y'all need to regulate, you may need a craft or a snack or a drink. I personally have sweet tea. I would be crafting, but I'm gonna have to be manning the, I'm also getting like a little clippy light. But I can't wait to get back to the twinkle lights, but it's not going to be for a little bit. Once it improved just a teeny bit, I've been crocheting like a maniac. I love that. Ballet class, that sounds so fun. I was thinking about trying an adult ballet class. I'm like, do they do beginner adult ballet classes for people my age? And do I have to take adult ballet class with small children? Because, like, I don't know if I'd be comfortable with that. Full moon was so gorgeous this evening. Creepy dudes. Ugh. Grody. Grody. If you want to like the stream, while at 4 numbers, a super great even number, you don't have to like the content. You can like exposing culty, awful, racist behavior. The liking can support exposing assholes. That can be what the like is for. I know sometimes it's uncomfortable when you're like, am I liking the awful title of like, fuckery is afoot? No, you don't have to like that fuckery is afoot. You can like that we are exposing fuckery being afoot. So, feel free to do that. Let us get ready. Okay. I've got Vimeo up. Look, let me show you my murder board. I feel so not DC right now, and I can't wait to show you why. I mean, I feel like DC, but also not exactly DC. Number 1, where's my widget? Are we refreshing? Where's my chat? Oh, there we go. Chat should refresh. Here's my murder board. These are the original Reddit links. These are their TikTok channels. These are the original screenshots from the Facebook messages that our rep sent to the young man who is the individual with the intellectual disability and who is also biracial, which is why calling him the N-word multiple times was awful. And on top of that, he asked her to stop. Bad already that she was doing it. On top of that, he asked her to stop. And she, on top of that, we've already raged about this on the last stream. On top of that, she said, I don't know what the big deal is. I was just joking. I'm not that serious of a person. My intent is never bad. I know my last stream, was 2.5 hours, but the rage had to be spread out that far because there was enough to spread out that far. Okay? Good morning. Good morning from Denmark. Good morning, good morning. Late night live crew and early. Sorry I haven't been around. Got a job as a postal carrier fighting a man for a divorce who's making me do everything and now thinking of just dropping everything and going back home to Texas. Empathy. So much empathy for you. I'm sorry you're having to go through that. Also, so much empathy for you. Fuck that shit. I'm sorry. This afternoon at work is dragging so slow. Also, I love your cat. Sorry, I missed some of y'all's highs and lows. So let me just really quickly give you a quick, here is a trigger warning about her threats. It says the fact she is the one, he's in the blue on the right. She's in this kind of grayish bubble on the left. She says the fact you're still sitting on your dead ass makes me want to put brass knuckles on and make you sleep. After that, I will crunch your body in a suitcase and take you to Texas, and you ain't got no kind of choice, bruh. And I swear to God, you're going to, and also thank you to the people who have teenagers who let me know STG is swear to God. And I swear to God, you're going to Broadway tonight. I don't know what that meant, but it meant something. So that was the threats. And then this is the first time she said, you sleep. I guess that was her asking, are you asleep? N-word. And then he reacted with the big eyes, like, embarrassed. Did you really just say that to me? Emoji. What's the connection? Thank you so much for asking. He is the son of another Ryze rep. They were at convention together. And they were all hanging out at convention together. So they're not on the same team. They were hanging out, they were friendly, they were like hanging out consistently at convention. She has 4 little babies. Not like infants, she has 4 kids. She's a young mom. He is 30 years old and his mom is older, in her 50s, and he's much younger mentally. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Much more detailed context in the live stream before this one. We watched TikToks of them. We watched a ton of stuff. They both did TikToks and TikTok stories. We read the Reddit threads. We did lots of things. I will read you. We're going to read first and then watch a bunch of videos. We're doing the storybook method of kindergarten class, where we read and then we look at pictures, or read and look at videos, because that's the way my heart thrives. We're going to reread Cindy, the founder of Ryze's, I call it her press release. It's her post from Facebook of like, oh my God, I took a really long time responding to all this stuff going on, and I did a really bad job of writing this post. And everybody who responded, and I'll show you what Venus and Jeff posted. And while I also show you that, I'm going to show you the part from the award ceremony of when Venus and Jeff talked about how incredible family is. because that kind of puts the icing on the cake after everything we're about to watch tonight. So, Shadow, Late Night Live crew, let's go. Natasha, hero. Yes. Yeah, it's awful. Literally, it was so, like, it gets worse and worse, that the whole thread from the other day, because if you, let me just show you this little, like, I put it in a column, this, you see how, like, this picture over here, the, like, the darker pictures, that's the whole Reddit thread, but this, these lighter pictures with the bubbles, those are the screenshots from the Facebook messages. That's them going back and forth. And it goes on for a while. The stream from the other day was absolutely wild. So we have these videos to watch that we've uploaded to Vimeo, and then we have these responses over here to read from the founder's post. So we're going to read that again, and then we'll watch some videos. Hero! Yes, more updates from our racist Ryze rep. So, this is what she did. This is what Cindy Lee did. Again, she said, "Hey team, we are aware of the situation currently being discussed within our community. We know this has been difficult for many, and we want you to know it has been taken seriously. We are actively handling it and will ensure we continue to protect the community we have built together over the last 6 years. We want to be very clear on expectations. The way we communicate matters, both publicly and privately." Okay. Derogatory language, racial slurs, hateful words, threats of violence, or dismissing someone when they express that something is offensive or crosses a line are not acceptable and do not align with who we are. I also want to be clear about something as a community. No matter what is happening, responding to hate with more hate is never the answer. That is not who we are. We lead differently here. We lead with respect. Ugh, God. Accountability and professionalism, even when emotions are high. Hate never wins. It only creates more damage, more division, and more noise. In a world where we see negativity every day, choose to be better. Lead with integrity, even when it's hard. Show respect, even when it's not returned. That is what sets this community apart. Which, if y'all, we all raged together the other night. It's not, I'm being snarky when I read this because I'm disgusted by what she wrote. I'm just like, I'm skeeved. I'm like, from a marketing perspective, this is disgusting. With how long it took her to post this, she should have written something better. And if you go back and watch the other stream, if you watch the young man's response to him being attacked by this lady, and how over and above, like, he went to just be kind when he didn't have to be kind, and was patient when he didn't have to be patient, was like trying to be respectful when he didn't have to be respectful, like offered respect when he wasn't getting any respect, was just like was giving everything that he wasn't receiving, like, to then receive that press release was just a slap in the face. Okay, I mean, I can't, like, yeah, it was dither, what's up? So that was the cult press release from the cult leader herself. in my opinion. And we're gonna go read. So these are all the comments from this post. Kindness, even when not earned, is always the better choice. Grody, no. Absolutely, absolutely. Kindness is free. Be the change. You know what? Be the change. Girl, what happened? Somebody clue me in. Oh yes, we never know. Have a smile, give a smile, be kind. It's free and feels amazing. You know, I hate to I know I did this so much on the last stream where we would watch the racist Ryze rep on her video saying how kind she was, how much integrity she had, how she never had any bad intentions, how nobody gets her humor, blah, blah, blah. And then we'd go back and read through everything she said to this young man. And then we'd go back and watch some more of her stories. Then we'd go back and read what she said to what she'd said to him. And looking at all of these people who have literally ingested the Kool-Aid and nobody's sticking up for this young man and his mom, and his mom is literally going to bat for him, and everyone's just like, oh, but she's being taken out of context, or oh, Cindy, like, what a great statement, like, don't respond to hate with hate. Like, no, sometimes people need a punch to the throat. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. No, I'm just saying, like, sometimes someone needs to say, like, what the actual fuck is going on. Like, no, that person needed to get terminated, and she didn't get terminated. Or somebody needs to say, like, absolutely not. You're gonna do this, you're gonna get terminated immediately. You don't get to bully someone, threaten to assault someone, threaten to unalive someone, and remain in our company. And guess what? If we see you doing it, we're going to report you to the police. What? And you're going to come out with that PR statement and you're going to say, like, we don't support that in Ryze. Here's some unicorn shit. Please ingest it at your own leisure. Mer, mer, mer. What? Yes, it's easy to say be kind when you've never had someone call you the N-word. It's such a tone deaf response. I mean, and I would love, like, and I said this on the last stream, I don't have any understanding of what, like, understanding of what it's like to be called the N-word, and or having the history or the pain, like, passed down of, because I culturally, like, haven't, my family isn't black, and I know we had that as part of that conversation. We had conversation in the live chat, and we had some other people in the chat talking about how different ethnicities also had been called that, but it's like, be the best ally that you can, but and in even still, when you learn more, you get to try to speak up, and it's like, how is Cindy even being a good ally at this point? She's not. She's just saying, like, please don't make Ryze look bad. You know what I mean? Like, she literally cares more about how her company looks than standing up for someone who was threatened and wasn't even like not. What if he didn't have his mom to step in for him? He can't advocate for himself. His mom is his caretaker. I'm not saying this very well. Yes, I see that. Yep. I know. And I'm like, my dad and I are not the most PC people, because it's like sometimes there's just an opportunity for a knuckle sandwich. And then I say, like, for legal reasons, that's a joke, you know, because I don't want to get sued. But it's like, what are you doing here? Not you, but like, what is happening? And like, why wouldn't, especially when we were on members only, we're watching the Ryze award ceremony speeches, and they were all talking about how family focused everyone, how it was different at Ryze, how they were all able to cross the boundaries of teams to come together and feel like they could overcome anything to support one another, blah, blah, blah. And then this happens. But, oh yeah, except when a vulnerable person gets attacked, all of a sudden it's like, oh, but she's really a nice person. No, sometimes you do something and you get to suffer the consequences of your behavior. No, just sometimes you get to suffer the consequences of your behavior, and you get to feel shame because you did something really shitty. Because you know what else happened? You know what else happened? She asked him, what do you think, I'm a racist or something? And he was still trying to be very like, I'm not a petty person. I'm not going to go smearing your name all throughout the Ryze conference. She's like, okay, well, let's delete this on both ends then. She knew what she had done was wrong. And instead of saying, I'm genuinely sorry, like, I'll do better, this won't happen again, and then she could have just said, you know what, I'm an adult, I can suck it up, like, I can just live with the consequences, and if it comes out like I made such a bad decision and it was such a lapse in judgment, I'm not going to do this again, but if people find out what I did, it's just something I'm going to have to live with. Instead, she's like, oh, let's just delete it. Like, let's just delete it, and I'll delete it, and then no one will know. If you can think to do that, then you could have thought not to say it because you knew you did something wrong. Yeah, she knew she did something wrong. She knew she did something wrong. So, anyways, these are all the comments in Cindy's post. Amen. Always be kind and respectful and treat others as you would want to be treated. Kindness is free and rewarding. Also, this post is public, so that's one thing I've always loved about you, is your genuine kindness towards not only others, but yourself. And I think that's where it starts, is by loving yourself enough to treat others how you want to be treated, and also appreciate that Ryze thrives to encourage this for everyone. Love does win. So do consequences for your behavior, where you get to learn to do things differently. Shame is not unhealthy. Shame is information. It's a signpost for your core values that you like miss the mark. You get to feel bad that you did something that you were operating outside of your core values. And maybe the rep who said that racist shit to Zane, maybe she didn't care. So maybe she didn't feel shame about it. Maybe she didn't. But guess what? That's on her, because it's still awful. Even if she doesn't get it. She only cared about how she looked to other people, because she certainly cared about that more than how it impacted him as a human being. Because you'll have to go back to the last stream to see like everything she said to him, because it got worse. It got freaking worse. Be a blessing to someone, especially when it's hardest. They're all saying this to Cindy, but they didn't go and read how kind Zane was to this lady who was absolute shit to him. We are born to love and sometimes taught to hate. Break the cycle. Be the good. Oh my God. Yep, that's what makes me more upset. She said it. He tried to address it, and it sounds like she tried to gaslight him, like they both made a mistake and that both needed to delete it. Yep. Thank you for acknowledging it, whatever it is, and always loving and respecting us. No, she didn't love and respect the she didn't love and respect the person that was harmed by the racial slur, or the threat to be assaulted, or the threat to be schmurdered. Or the lack of validating his feelings, or any of it. They didn't acknowledge anything. It was literally just like, oh, here, we have to do a press release because if we don't, we're going to look really bad. And oh yeah, just like, we're against racism. Murph, murph, murph. Are you? It's candy-coated bullshit. We came to a place where we have respect, love, and support. And for a lot of us, we left another place because of all the kind of stuff that Cindy is talking about. So why come here and ruin something for everybody else because of your anger? Richard? Are you kidding me? You definitely need to lead with integrity. Kindness goes a long way, and there's a right way and a wrong way to approach things. People can do way better, or they don't deserve to be here. Sadly, I've been in similar situations where I felt like I had to help the person who did something racist to me look better or not feel bad for what they did. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. I mean, I didn't mean to say, yeah, like, I get it. I meant to say, like, I hope I learn from what y'all are telling me, because I hope that the more I learn, the more infrastructure I can build so I don't do that to other people if I get caught in a situation. And I hope I never do, where I say something racist. And I hope that if I do, my response is, I genuinely am sorry. What can I do to make it right? And not put pressure on the other person to make me comfortable or forgive me right away or whatever, or try to like educate me, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I just hope like I'm doing stuff in the background to try to do better. And yeah, I get nervous while I stream, or I get nervous like in the middle of something. It's just, God, like seeing stuff like this play out in real time, you're just, sometimes you just look at real life and you're like, oh my God. Your eye and your soul is like twitching. Freedom of speech, not freedom of consequences. And I hope like conversations like this, maybe one person at Ryze, like maybe it changes. That would be great. Maybe it changes for one person. Maybe at least maybe one person who watches this stream, maybe it starts a conversation where they start thinking about things differently. Or maybe it even starts the conversation where they think about not putting the pressure of their mistake or their misspeak on the person that they misspoke to on someone else, and they get to like say they're sorry and then just do the work of choosing to be different and like being okay with feeling bad, but not making the other person feel guilty or feel unsafe, if that makes sense. Like maybe like one person, or maybe like it's for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's for me. Maybe I'm the like the hypocrite that gets to learn. But it's just like, this is freaking heartbreaking. To watch all these people be like, oh my God, the Kool-Aid, like Cindy, this is incredible. Like, not only like reading the screenshots, and I'm never had the heartbreak or the feeling unsafe in a conversation, or just like in society, or in a situation even at work where something happens where you have to keep showing back up at work because you have to have a job to live, where you're having to make the other person or team or whatever feel comfortable after they've done something racist to you. But like watching him try to give her hints that he is uncomfortable, and how gently he tries to like lead her to this like gently say like, hey, I'm uncomfortable, without him saying like, hey, I'm uncomfortable. And when she doesn't get it, he's like, okay, I'm uncomfortable and I'm offended. Like, not just that, but like, I'm not telling you what to do with what you decide to call other people, but don't talk to me that way. After he's tried to like, when he should just be able to say like, don't call me the N-word. Absolutely. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and I'm not trying to say like what other people's response should be. It's just like, to look at how that conversation went, and then to go look at Cindy's little bullshit press release, and then to go look at everybody in the comment section. It's just like, what the heck's going on? I don't know. Yeah, I could see how it's so. I don't know how. I it would be terrifying to learn English. I'm sure it would be terrifying. I'm sure it would be terrifying. And this is why I rise. The consultants and leadership we have outshines all others. Love and kindness is so much easier to spread than hate and animosity. Keep rising, y'all. I have no idea what this pertains to, but always choose kindness. Cindy Lou, 100%. Target emoji. All this. What's going on? I guess I missed it. This other person says, me too. I have no idea. And this other person says, no idea. What's up? But that's okay. Me either. I guess that's a good thing. Just go to Reddit. Yes, thank you so much. This next person says, absolutely. I love Ryze and the community, and I choose to rise because of the integrity, respect, and accountability. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. What? Okay, hold on. I'm missing. What's going on? Why did it upload a bunch of the same? Negativity takes too much energy. It isn't healthy physically, emotionally, or mentally. Like most, I don't know what is going on, and I have, over the years, learned that most times it is best to not be in the know. Stick your head in the sand then. Good thoughts to all. Let's rally and rise above. Oh, I'm grateful to be a part of the space that chooses to lead differently, a space that values kindness and growth and unity over reaction and negativity. Let's continue to show up for one another the right way, with grace, with respect, and with the kind of leadership that keeps this community strong. That's Carol. That's Sunny's upline. What? Oh, Venus. I'm done with both of y'all. I am thankful to be part of this amazing company. Our leadership has proven themselves over and over. Okay. Some of this is out of order. Again. I'll read the other stuff in a minute. Grateful for a company that values people being professional and respectful while valuing and protecting the space they've created over keeping those that corrupt that space. This is our safe space that we must protect and maintain. I appreciate this community and the space we have. Team Silo only. Cult, cult, cult. I say it all the time. This is more than jewelry. Integrity, respect, transparency, and accountability matters. Kindness matters. Hate doesn't belong here. Yes, this right here, kindness and showing you care goes a long way. Negativity is never the answer. Always treat people how you would want to be treated. Oh, there it is. There's Venus. I am so thankful to be part of this amazing company. Our leadership has proven themselves over and over again throughout the past nearly 6 years. Jeff and I are both so very proud to be able to represent such amazing humans, our corporate team. The love and grace that pours forth daily is like none other. You will not find a corporate team like ours anywhere, period. Bullshit. I mean, have the day you deserve. Just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Have the opinion you want, and I would say look at the receipts, because when you look at the receipts and then you look at the PR statement, why would you then be so excited about the PR statement? Is my question. Because now I want to go download every single one of Carol's live streams and then send them through my transcript and then see what she... Not tonight, because we have live streams to watch, because I'm done reading things, but I want to see what they have to say about the conflict going on. So, all right. Here's what happened next. This lady right here is Hannah. If you can see my... Oh. I'm going to open it up in Vimeo. She's... No issues with the tears. Getting a lot of messages asking... Hold on. Did I not download all these? Oh. Hold on, I gotta download this one too. Sorry. I thought I downloaded everything. Okay. Okay. We got it. Paste. Please hold. We have one more to download, so we have more videos to watch, which is great. We have a 10-minute live to watch, then we have like a 4-minute live, then we've got like a 2-minute live, so we've got lots of videos to watch now. We've gotten through the chapter, now we get to watch all the videos. So think of having to defend your work and colleagues without taking responsibility. Yeah, it's almost like being in... It's like, trust me, bro. And the thing is, it's like going to court and then being surprised when all of your emails and search history comes out. And you're like, oh shoot. Oh shoot. If that's your issue. Or you can say like, hey, it is what it is. Here's my text messages. Here's my search history. Here's my everything. It is what it is. Nothing to hide. Or the receipts are going to confirm the behavior. Because you're not bullshitting people. Because immediately, when all this came out, Hannah did a lot of, I'm a great person, I have integrity, I don't have bad intentions, I'm a humble, blah, blah, blah. And immediately the mom came and said, here's the screenshots of the entire conversation from beginning to end. That's completely different. It's a completely different response. Okay. Okay, HT link is ready. That's downloading. I'm just trying to close all my browsers out because I'm not sure why this is taking... Here we go. Oh, okay.
Hi. Let me get comfortable.
Okay. Do I have a thin reaction? Nope, it's not gonna work. Sorry. It's just gonna be small, I guess. I don't know.
There is something that Dr. Phil always says on his episodes, and if you don't know who Dr. Phil is or you didn't watch him growing up, you should watch every single episode, okay? He says, it doesn't matter how flat you make the pancake.
Is this a live stream? Hold on. This is supposed to be 4 minutes. Hold on. Oh, it is.
There's two sides.
Okay, we're probably gonna watch this twice. I will let it play all the way through, and then we will rage about it, okay? Sorry, am I buffering? Let me know if we're buffering. Hold on. It's probably my internet. Let me know. Okay. Oh my God. Sorry. We good? Oh my God. We good now? Hey, hey, hey. We stopped downloading everything. Yes. Drop a 1 if we're good, because we can go. We've stopped downloading everything. Everything should be downloaded, so we're hopefully good to go. Okay. Sorry about that. It should fix itself when it actually posts, but I'm super sorry. What I'll do to try to fix that is that we're going to let it play all the way through. Then we'll come back and play it again with commentary, okay? Okay.
Hi. Let me get comfortable. There is something that Dr. Phil always says on his episodes, and if you don't know who Dr. Phil is or you didn't watch him growing up, you should watch every single episode, okay? He says, it doesn't matter how flat you make the pancake, there's two sides. Listen, I understand that there are people that are already biased because you wanted me to fail the whole time. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen, okay? So you can give up on your dreams of trying to destroy me. But really, the awesome part about all this is that I wasn't alone when all of the mending was made. My tears were wiped from my face. My soul was called pure, and that so many others are so frustrating to look into because they're so fake, but mine was pure. this is the thing here. I got one person saying that this is the problem with what I said. I got the other person saying nothing about this and that it's about something else. So I think I'm gonna go with the one that actually like is feeling, right? What's so funny is where's the subject, right? Can we please agree on something? That it is unfair to take a single piece of a conversation, a whole thread actually, a single piece where there's back and forth, mind you, where you just take a piece of it and you flip it around to where you can make it fit this story that you're trying to fabricate. Can we agree on that? Would you like that? No. Last time I've spoken to these people, it was actually really nice. I got a really big smile and spent about an hour before my flight just laughing. Just laughing. I know some of you went through this entire video and you're like thinking of all the things that you can say to continue this facade. I'm gonna give you a little bit of advice because if you care about your life like I do, I don't know if you do or not, and your time, truly, this is all not real. This is something that is bigger than me, and I just seem to be the one being used for it. You know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna let them. I got this tattoo months ago. I've been genuine my entire life. My character has stayed consistent throughout everything. I have nothing to hide. I'm very transparent. I've shown nothing but love and acceptance. And for the specific individuals, I just want to say that we all know what's happening. We all know what has happened, and I forgive you.
Huh?
And I hope that you find peace. In order to do all of this, you got to be in a really dark place. I will always have this as a reminder. I was chosen out of all of the reps for this, me and one other woman. And the award is pretty much for being true and being real and for my character. So.
Oh my God. Please hold. Oh my God.
Hi. Let me get comfortable. There is something that Dr. Phil always says on his episodes, and if you don't know who Dr. Phil is or you didn't watch him growing up, you should watch every single episode, okay? He says, it doesn't matter how flat you make the pancake, there's two sides. Listen, I understand that there are people that are already biased because you want to.
It's so interesting because screenshots. Screenshots? Screenshots?
Wanted me to fail the whole time. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
You already quit. Habibti, you already quit.
Okay. So you can give up on your dreams of trying to destroy me. But really, the awesome part about all this is that I wasn't alone when all of the mending was made. My tears were wiped from my face. My soul was called pure. And
Who? Who? What does that mean? Who called your soul pure? God? I'm confused.
And that so many others are so frustrating to look into because they're so fake.
What are you wiggling for? Can someone explain? Where's Jessica? What does the wiggling mean? What is fake about a screenshot? I'm sorry, not a screenshot. How many screenshots do we have? Oh, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Sorry. 14 screenshots? 14? Oh, Jesus did the wiping and the mending. Oh. Oh, she's trying to wiggle out of her lies. Sorry, I missed that. I missed that part. My bad. And maybe, I mean, maybe she needs to eat a snack. Maybe she needs a Snickers. Where's Betty White?
But mine was pure. This is the thing here. I got one person saying that this is the problem with what I said.
Which person? Is it me? Oh, I'm sorry. Is it the person who actually was called the N-word? Is it the person's caretaker who let you know that he was having an incredibly difficult time and was in therapy and was having a difficult time sleeping and eating after you called him the N-word and then threatened to assault him and then also threatened to permanently retire him? I'm trying to limit the amount of times I say schmurder on my channel tonight. Which person are you listening to?
I got the other person saying nothing about this and that it's about something else.
What part of the 14 screenshots are you referencing, or are the two people referencing? Did you actually talk to someone who like has not lost the plot? Yeah, like what?
So I think
Oh, just because there's two opinions means that she's not responsible for anything she said. Also, when she said that he shouldn't have taken issue with being called the N-word because she didn't mean anything by it, right? Okay.
I'm gonna go with the one that actually is feeling, right? What's so funny is where's the subject, right?
Where's what subject? What are you talking about? She doesn't want to be held responsible for anything that she said. Does she not understand there's 14 screenshots floating around on the internet?
Can we please agree on something? That it is unfair to take a single piece of a conversation, a whole thread actually.
Oh yeah, we do have that. And the more screenshots there are, the worse that her behavior looks. We went through them all in the last stream. The worse her behavior looks. I don't think she gets it. I'm like, and I haven't tagged her in the last video because I'm like, maybe she doesn't realize, like, I don't know.
A single piece where there's back and forth, mind you.
Oh yeah, the back and forth makes you look awful. there certainly is pieces of that conversation.
Just take a piece of it. And
even if those were the only 2 pieces, the pieces that you contributed looked awful. If you're gonna say like, well, they weren't that bad, they weren't that bad. You still get to take ownership of those pieces, those big old rocks you dropped into that pond. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to one of the dumpster fires on the internet. Late night live crew unite.
And you flip it around to where you can make it fit this story that you're trying to fabricate.
Oh, okay. Here's the story I'm trying to fabricate. Here, I'll read you a little tidbit. I'll just read another part. Please don't. Please, she's in the gray, right? Just as a reminder, she's in the gray and he's in the blue. She says, just don't spread it around Ryze, please. And she does a little I love hand emoji, whatever. Please don't spread it around Ryze, please. And he said, I'm gonna keep quiet because I'm not petty. And she said, okay, just know I said it like bro, nothing more, LMAO. And he said, okay, smiley face. Because earlier, he said, that's not getting too comfy. And he said nervous, laughing face with a little, like, dripping sweat. And she said, read that wrong. Yeah, it is. My personality, it is. Read that wrong. She said, you think I'm racist or something? He said, I never said that specifically. I was just letting you know I find it offensive. That's all. She said, okay. And he said, have you looked into the history of words collectively? The word was used to oppress black people during slavery, amongst other things. She said, okay. I'm sorry. Next one. She said, a lot of people say it, Zane. It ain't that serious to me. Didn't know it was to you. Nothing about me is serious or hateful or racist. So, but I get it. It's over. That's the way that she's saying things. This particular subject is over. Yes. And she said, okie dokie then. So if we're talking about her saying like 2 sides to every story, yeah, there's 14 screenshots to that story. So if she's like making a big deal about how one little screenshot or one little snippet of that conversation was taking her out of context, boy, there were a lot more screenshots that made her look awful. And there were a lot more opportunities for her to have said, wow, I'm really sorry that I said that. And that was really wrong of me. I shouldn't have said it. And I did say it. And I won't say it again. And I hope you can forgive me. But I know the best thing I can do is to show you that I mean it by not doing it again. I can show you that I'll be different by behaving differently. Wait, so a bunch of people she hangs out with say it? That's more proof she is racist, in my opinion. Like, good point.
Can we agree on that? Would you like that? No. Last time I've spoken to these people, it was actually really nice. I got a really big smile and spent about an hour before my flight just laughing.
At 5 in the morning?
Just laughing. I know some of you went through this entire video and you're like, thinking of all the things that you can say to continue this facade. I'm going to give you a little bit of advice, because if you care about your life like I do, I don't know if you do or not, and your time, truly, this is all not real. This
what is not, this is all not real, this is something that is bigger. What are you?
This is something that is bigger than me, and I just seem to be the one being used for it.
What's bigger than you? Your bad behavior? Your refusal to take accountability for your actions? What's bigger than you?
You know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna let them.
Why don't you let yourself figure out how to not lose the plot and take accountability for the things that come out of your mouth? And learn how to apologize when you do things that are wrong. Because it's not relative. Some things are wrong. Some things are wrong.
I got this tattoo months ago.
Well, that was a
genuine
mistake.
My entire life. My character has stayed consistent.
That's so vague. I've been genuine my entire life. Genuinely what? Character has been consistent. Consistently what? We're confused. It's so vague.
Throughout everything. I have nothing to hide. I'm very...
This is such a... If you were on my live stream the other night, she's very transparent. Then why did you want him to delete you saying that on both sides of the conversation? If you're very transparent, you would have been fine with your mistakes being left in that conversation. You would have been fine with whatever you said being left out on the table. You would have been fine if you were truly transparent, because whatever mistakes you make were made. Because transparent people, whatever they do, they do. Right? I think transparent people, like, they make mistakes. Whatever happens, happens. People are going to read you a certain way, but, like, whatever's said on the internet is said. Like, yeah, things can be clipped, but the source material's still there. Kind of like, okay, she says they're clipped, but here's all of the screenshots. Yep, this chick. Yep. We've got 2.5 hours, and now we've got 3 and 4 hours now of her stuff.
Transparent. I've shown nothing but love and acceptance.
How is calling someone the N-word love? How is threatening to assault someone love? How is threatening to permanently retire someone love? How is saying that someone's feelings are invalid when they say calling me the N-word is offensive and you saying it's not that big of a deal? How is that being loving to that person? How is then, after all this is coming out, and that person says all, again, screenshot from the conversation, you playing out your victimhood on the internet, you then still not taking accountability, still not recognizing you hurt someone deeply, and you claiming that you're a loving person. Like, how is that being like the integrity driven, transparent person that you are claiming to be here. What are you talking about? I'm confused. I'm confused.
Acceptance. And for the specific individuals, I just want to say we all know what's happening. We all know what has happened, and I forgive you.
Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I sneezed right into my mic. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. That was an accident. She forgives them. You're lucky if they're going to forgive you. Oh my God. I don't know where she's going to go. I hope she doesn't go anywhere. And if she does, we're going to follow her MLM story in a non-real world way because I don't know what's going to... And guess what? She forgives. She forgives the guy she called the N-word. Then she forgives his mom too. And she's being used for whatever's going on, and all the things that are happening are not real. She quit. She quit.
And I hope that you find peace. In order to do all of this, you got to be in a really dark place.
I don't know, maybe you shoved someone into a dark place when you called them the N-word and threatened to assault them and threatened to permanently retire them. And then told them that their feelings didn't matter even though they were hurt that you called them the N-word. Maybe you kind of like shoved them into a little bit of a dark spot. Maybe? No? Difficult to comprehend that?
I will always have this as a reminder.
You were chosen with a fake trophy from a multi-level marketing company where 99% of people lose money, don't make any money, or go into debt. I hope that trophy keeps you warm at night.
I was chosen out of all of the reps for this, me and one other woman. And the award is pretty much for being true and being real and for my character. So
I'm so pissed off. All right.
So I am.
Here's the next one. This is the one where she's watching Dr. Phil, then she's painting, and this is the one where she's crying. Sorry, I cry too. Blah, blah, blah.
Packaging. So I am like packaging these things up, and I'm so sad. I am so sad and angry because how happy I was there, and like I'm getting screwed. I am getting so screwed here. It's infuriating. And you know the most sickening part is that every single person involved here, I have done nothing but speak highly of to their face and behind their back. I'm sad to miss out on all the new collections. Sad that I'm not gonna like continue to grow. I really hope that it was worth it. She can go and take a look in the mirror and see that she is so far from having any kind of right to judge anyone at all. She knows the truth, and so do I.
She quit though. So I don't know what she's throwing a fit about.
And it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that someone can be so evil. I knew that there were evil people out there, but I've never met anyone that has no good in them. I showed her more love than probably anyone ever has. And my so-called person that I called my best friend, evil. Evil. You want to know the story? This is the story. After the messages where Zane was upset, I saw him in the hallway. We were on the same floor of the hotel, and he walked out of his room, and I was joking, so I turned around and I walked towards mine, and he was like, "No, stop, come on, stop." And I was like, "No, you stop." And then we went to the elevator, and pretty much was like, we were okay. I go downstairs, and the Monarch people are gonna take their photo. They all have t-shirts. Carol told me to go upstairs. I'm just gonna say it all, because no one's responding to me. No one's sticking up for me. I'm gonna stick up for my damn self, okay? I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to. Carol told me to go get my t-shirt and do the picture real quick. So I go to my room, I put the t-shirt on. I'm coming back down. I get a phone call that something happened with Zane and that I can't take the picture together with them. I'm like, okay, what happened? So I went straight to the CEO. She got someone else to come and listen to everything, and then Cindy had to go back to work. So it was just me, another person that works there, and Carol. At first, it was us just sitting down with Michelle. When Michelle first came in, I went like this. And I couldn't even breathe for a while because I felt so sad that she saw that, because that was meant for a private message to someone that I called my best friend. And I thought that that's the kind of friendship we had, and that I could just like say whatever.
Wait, there's other text messages? Whoa. Oh my God, I wish Kat was awake right now. Oh my God, I wish Kat was awake right now. Oh my God, hold on. Please hold. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Shit. Holy shit. We'll finish watching this, but like we're missing information.
The first thing that Michelle says is that it wasn't about the word, it was about on Zane's life. When I tell you my mouth dropped, like it never dropped in my entire life. I was so shocked to hear that come out of her mouth. It makes my heart race right now just thinking about it. And I turned my body away from her because I couldn't believe that this was real. I said out loud, "This is the craziest thing I've ever been a part of in my life." I said, "You really think?" And I said all the details. And she said, "Yeah." And then she goes, "Because of past trauma." Everything that I said, other people said immediately that whenever they saw it, they see that it was a joke and that it was a bro thing. Okay, that's all I heard.
Okay, well maybe she said that Zane was her best friend. Maybe we're not missing stuff. Okay, I keep listening.
All I heard from anyone else. And so finally, someone else asks her, and so now that you know everything, Michelle, you can't project your trauma on other people. Do you think Hannah meant that by what she said? And she says no. And we were done. And then she walked out. She was gonna go get Zane. Before she walked out that door, I said, "Michelle, so you have zero doubt about what happened. You know that everything I said was harmless and that it was all a joke?" She says yes. And so the next stop is Zane. So we go out in the hallway. I still have a mediator, okay? So she's there. It's me, Zane, and Carol. And so at this point, I'm thinking that he is afraid for his life. Like she said, she kept saying that he's so scared, he's so afraid, he's so fearful. I started to cry and I said, Zane, before anything is said, I just want to tell you that, like, I'm not mad at you. And he's like, no. And he's like, talks about the word. Y'all, he said absolutely nothing about the other thing that I said. All he had to talk about was the word. That word triggered him, which I completely understand, and I validated it 110%.
And how come you didn't validate it in the live chat? Like, why did you validate it in the text message? Why didn't you validate it when you were chatting with him? I'm not mad at you. Also, is the air better for you on your high horse? She's mad she got consequences for her behavior. Did she get terminated? Oh my god, I wish Kat was awake. Ugh.
And I'm like crying. And he's...
Because you got called out on your bad behavior.
Stops mid-sentence and he comes up to me. And he takes both of his thumbs and he comes up to me and he wipes my tears. And then he takes a step back and he tells me, do you have any idea how beautiful you are? He looked me up and down and he said, inside and out. And then he went on further to say that my soul is pure, that I have a pure soul. And so...
Okay, but he's not... Oh my god. He's not the person... What am I trying to say? I'll let it keep playing, I'm sorry. We'll watch this again. We'll watch both of these again, I'm sorry.
So after I understood, we were walking in the hallway and I told him, thank you for standing up for what you believe in. Thank you for not keeping it quiet. My language does need to be cleaned up. I said, since I got the...
My language does need to be cleaned up. That means she says it all the time. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know that means she says it all the time. Tell me I'm wrong. In my opinion, that means she says it all the damn time. Well, I keep saying that we're going to let it play all the way through. I'm sorry.
Those awards, clearly I'm growing and I'm leveling up. So God, you know, this was it. Like I had to clean up my mouth. And so I thanked him. And that I said that I needed this and thank you. The last part of the conference was happening and I ended up leaving because I was so emotionally drained. And so I decided to go get a massage. I come back from the massage. The only person I see in my view is Michelle. And she's at the front desk area where all the snacks are. And I flash her a really big smile, and you know what she does? She flashes me a bigger smile back, the biggest smile she's ever flashed me. And so I go up to her. Zane's walking behind me. She says to Zane, hey, did you give Hannah her s'mores bag? Because I bought the s'mores. He was like, no, I'll go give her the bag. And so she tells, after everything, guys, after everything, she tells Zane to take the bag, to give the bag to me. So she watches me and Zane go up, just me and him, to the hotel room. And when we got to his door, I said, do you want me to stay out here and you give me the bag, or do you want to come to my room? He said, I'll go to your room. And so when I got home, I called Carol because I saw that Zane wasn't following me anymore, but he kept looking at my profile. And so by the fourth time, I follow him to like let him know, like, I see you. Like, first of all, I see that you blocked me and unblocked me, so since we're not following each other. Second of all, I see you looking at my profile. And so he blocks me and unblocks me again, and then looks at my profile again, so I follow him again. Messages me saying, we're not friends, stop trying to follow my TikTok account. And I was like, I must be totally out of the loop, like this is news to me, but I'll just do us a favor and block you myself. And after that, I didn't say anything to anyone. Then I go live, and this dude named Josh with the black heart comments on my live and says that I'm disgusting and vile and that I don't deserve a spot here at Ryze and that I don't belong here. I didn't say anything about that either. And then a girl messaged me and said, and asked if I was okay. And I don't really talk to this girl. And I'm like, yeah, why? And she's like, well, Michelle's out on the streets saying that Zane is a victim of your abuse. And she's doing it on Reddit, whatever. So I immediately call Carol. She tells me to stay away from her because she's just all about drama and that she's just trying to get information out of me. When she first answered, she said, let me tell you something, Hannah. Just let me tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't want to answer this phone call because I don't know how to deal with it. And so she patches me in with this other chick. I'm pretty sure she was already on the line. I don't know. And she pretty much like put herself on mute while she got ready for her live, and I talked to the other woman. And then Carol goes live, and she's talking to that specific girl, telling her how much she loves her. So I'm kind of confused. So it's really twisted and it's messed up, and no one's sticking up for me. Everything's just normal, right? For everyone else, but not for me. That's the story. That is what really happened. That's the truth. So you didn't get terminated. That I'm being dodged. I'm being ignored. But Michelle and Zane are not. By Carol. Carol's talking to them. While they are lying, saying serious allegations about me when she was there to see everything.
Oh my God.
I texted, I gave opportunities, and the opportunities were not taken. So here's the truth. It is the truth. So, yeah.
Okay, sorry. I noticed it's like, why are we watching it twice? Here's a question. Sorry. Question. So you weren't terminated, you threw a fit, and because people weren't having you at the center of the universe, you decided to jump ship so that people would pay attention to you, or hope that people would say, oh no, 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 where are you going, Hannah? Stay here. And then you realized, oh crap, now I'm really upset and I'm not going to be able to make money, and people still aren't coming to my aid, and now I don't have an MLM to work for. Did you get terminated, or did you just get in trouble? Oh wait, you didn't get in trouble. You just got a talking to because Ryze didn't do anything. Yep. Oh yes. Yes, yes, yes. Are we throwing a fit because we're not getting head pats for being an asshole? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we need to watch it again. Sorry. Because there were so many things where we're just like, she said to Zane, I need to clean up my language, but she's also looking for affirmation from somebody who I'm not. She's trying to get him to validate her behavior when I don't think that he's... What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link into the live chat for y'all to not go and comment on this link, but I'm gonna go for y'all to get maybe a reference for don't go touch a poop, okay? Y'all will know what it is when you see it. That's all I can say. Do not touch the poop. When you come back, if you know what I sent it to you for, you can leave like a 2 in the chat. And we can have a conversation about why you think, I just don't want to I don't want to put the video on my channel, like when we're watching it here, but I want y'all to be able to go watch it before we watch this video again. It's only, like y'all need to watch it before, we watch that again. Hopefully she doesn't take it down. No. Oh, it's here. Good night, Elizabeth. Here. Live chat, it's for you. I would... You may only need to go watch a smidgen of it. I'm not going to put it on my feed for you, so if you're watching this on the replay, don't worry about it. We're probably... It's only like a minute. It's only like a minute-ish long. The reason I want live chat to watch it is so when we rewatch Miss Ma'am, Hannah, it's because when she's going to try to have Zane validate her behavior, I think that it's important for y'all to see why maybe that would not be possible in this situation. So if you're able to, you can come back and put a 2, but I'll just run my mouth for a little bit, maybe till like 1. It's 1:28 a.m. here, so I'll kind of run my mouth till 1:30. So anyways, I have caught, I'm still auto downloading Truly, our mama bear hasn't talked about the situation with Hannah. Hannah did bring up a little bit of the blocking situation. They are both destashing. The only thing Hannah talked about was her having to block people on Facebook and a few other situations. I'm going to move my computer back again. Okay. So they both, but that was just me running it through the transcript. So, but finding the shorter videos was good. So after we watch this, we have the Mama Bear video that's about 10 minutes long, and then we'll be done. I think it's about 10 minutes. And she says her last update. But again, if Hannah didn't get terminated, it sounds more like she got embarrassed and she didn't have everybody coming to her defense, and she got embarrassed for people not saying like, oh, it was okay that you used the N-word, and it wasn't. So I'm going to go ahead and start replaying the very messy situation. But it's like, why is she throwing a fit if she didn't get terminated? Like, because I'm about to replay the video of Hannah when she's being like, I'm so angry. Because she's selling her orders, but she could still be doing Ryze. Is she embarrassed because if she shows back up to events in the future, people are going to know what happened and she doesn't feel like she's going to be able to face people? Like, what is the true, like, underneath? I don't feel like I'm getting the full story. So, I'm going to go ahead and play it. So maybe if y'all are able to, let me know when we get to that part about Hannah and Zane, and let me know what y'all's thoughts are when we get to that part.
So I am like packaging these things up, and I'm so sad. I am so sad and angry because how happy I was there, and like I'm getting screwed. I am getting so screwed here.
She said, I'm getting screwed. I'm getting so screwed here.
It's infuriating. And you know the most sickening part is that every single person involved here, I have done nothing but speak highly of to.
Can I hide this? No. I want to hide my tab groups. It's fine.
Their face and behind their back. I'm sad to miss out on all the new collections.
I'm sad to miss out on all the new collections. She's the one that quit. She didn't get terminated.
Sad that I'm not gonna like continue to grow. I really hope that it was worth it. She can go and take a look in the mirror and see that she is so far from having any kind of right to judge anyone at all. She knows the truth, and so do I.
She knows the truth, and so do I. What are you talking about?
And it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that someone can be so evil. I knew.
What do you mean? Someone can be so evil. What are you talking about?
I knew that there were evil people out there, but I've never met anyone that has no good in them. I showed her more love than probably anyone ever has.
Oh, well, that's an ego trip. That has to be hyperbolic.
And my so-called person that I called my best friend, evil.
My so-called person that I called my best friend, who? I don't know who she's referencing right now. My so-called person that I called my best friend. I'm like, who is this person?
Evil. You want to know the story? This is the story. After the messages where Zane was upset, I saw him in the hallway We were on the same floor of the hotel, and he walked out of his room, and I was joking, so I turned around and I walked towards mine, and he was like, "No, stop, come on, stop." And I was like, "No, you stop." And then we went to the elevator, and pretty much was like, we were okay. I go downstairs, and the Monarch people are gonna take their photo. They all have t-shirts. Carol told me to go upstairs. I'm just gonna say it all.
She said that Zane was her bestie. Then how is she, if she's saying that Zane was her bestie and then she said that Zane was evil, that's another, like, her digging her hole even more if she's saying that Zane is evil. Right? Because if you go look at that video from the link, that's Zane in the link. The video, I don't know how you could say that somebody who is an individual who has an intellectual disability is evil. If he's the person that she's referring to as her bestie. That's just wild. If that's just freaking wild.
Because no one's responding to me. No one's sticking up for me. I'm gonna stick up for my damn self, okay? I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to. Carol told me to go get my t-shirt and do the picture real quick. So I go to my room, I put the t-shirt on. I'm coming back down. I get a phone call that something happened with Zane and that I can't take the picture together with them. I'm like, okay, what happened? So I went straight to the CEO. She got someone else to come and listen to everything, and then Cindy had to go back to work. So it was just me, another person that works there, and Carol. At first, it was us just sitting down with Michelle. When Michelle first came in, I went like this. And I couldn't even breathe for a while because I felt so sad that she saw that, because that was meant for a private message to someone that I called my best friend.
Oh my God, you're right. She did say that her best friend was evil. I'm like sick to my stomach. Why do I keep thinking the best of people? I gotta go back. We're at 3:36. Sorry. I know everyone's like, stop rewinding it, DC.
So far from having any kind of right to judge anyone at all. She knows the truth, and so do I. And it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that someone can be so evil. I knew that there were evil people out there, but I've never met anyone that has no good in them. I showed her more love than probably anyone ever has. And my so-called person that I called my best friend, evil.
Oh my God. I can't even, like, look at the screen right now. Oh my god. She called him evil? I'm like itching and like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You think it can't get worse? And then, oh my god. You think, like, it's one thing, foundation of like awfulness, and then awful, and then awful. It's like one, two, it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Like, I didn't do anything bad, then I didn't do anything bad, or she's like, oh, I did this because like it really is because like this person truly evil. Like I had to do this thing because like no you. No, like you're too sensitive, which is why like what I did really wasn't that bad. Like no, you're really an evil person, which means like what I did really wasn't that bad. What? Sorry, we'll go back to 3 minutes.
She got someone else to come and listen to everything, and then Cindy had to go back to work. So it was just me, another person that works there, and Carol. At first, it was us just sitting down with Michelle. When Michelle first came in, I went like this. And I couldn't even breathe for a while because I felt so sad that she saw that, because that was meant for a private message to someone that I called my best friend.
You're fully, what is the right term? Like, I'm not trying to be offensive, like you're a fully I'm gonna say the word that's probably like the wrong, like she's a fully capable adult. She's a mentally like a fully functioning, mentally like functioning adult, and she doesn't think that her quote unquote best friend, who is wouldn't have his caretaker looking at his messages and then would be worried about them being seen by someone.
I thought that that's the kind of friendship we had, and that I could just like say whatever. The first thing that Michelle says is that it wasn't about the word, it was about the on Zane's life. When I tell you my mouth dropped, like it never dropped in my entire life. I was so shocked to hear that come out of her mouth. It makes my heart race right now just thinking about it. And I turned my body away from her because I couldn't believe that this was real. I said out loud, this is the craziest thing I've ever been a part of in my life. I said, you really think? And I said all the details. And she said, yeah. And then she goes, because of past trauma. Everything that I said.
That's her kid, who she has to advocate for and protect, and like, oh my god.
Other people,
oh my god,
said immediately that whenever they saw it, they see that it was a joke and that it was a bro thing. Okay, that's all I heard. All I heard from anyone else. And so finally, someone else asks her, and so now that you know everything, Michelle, you can't project your trauma on other people. Do you think Hannah meant that by what she said? And she says,
you can't project your trauma on anyone else. Okay, that's not a trauma-informed approach. So, like, Oh my God. Becca, hello. I can't even believe how they handled this entire situation. I'm just like, I cannot believe how they handled this whole situation.
No. And we were done. And then she walked out. She was going to go get Zane. Before she walked out that door, I said, Michelle, so you have zero doubt about what happened. You know that everything I said was harmless and that it was all a joke. She says yes.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that
and so
harmless.
The next stop is Zane. So we go out in the hallway. I still have a mediator, okay? So she's there. It's me, Zane, and Carol. And so at this point, I'm thinking that he is afraid for his life. Like she said, she kept saying that he's so scared, he's so afraid, he's so fearful. I started to cry and I said, Zane, before anything is said, I just want to tell you that, like, I'm not mad at you. And he's like, no.
I'm not mad at you. I'm glad you told your mom if you were scared of what I said. I would never want to say anything that's scared. I want you to feel safe when we talk. I'm sorry that I called you this. I won't ever call you that again. I'm sorry that I said this. I won't ever say that to you again. I want you to feel safe when we send messages to each other. Do you think that you can tell me if you don't feel safe messaging me in the future? And if you don't feel safe messaging me, I always want you to go tell your mom so she can tell me if you don't feel safe. Or something like that. What? What it sounds like she's dancing around is she probably tried to isolate him so she could pressure him into telling her everything was okay so she wouldn't get in trouble. Yeah. Like if you have kids, because this is my question. When you're talking with kids and you're trying to encourage them that or whatever. He's not a kid, but like if the communication is she's so self-focused, I don't even know she's capable of doing it. I'm so happy you told your mom that what I said, whatever, that I hurt you when I called you this. I want you to feel safe when I message you. I don't even know. This is such a bizarre thing for her to get so, like, self-focused right now.
He's like, talks about the word. Y'all, he said absolutely nothing about the other thing that I said.
She's so, like, self-righteous right now. The mom was upset about this, but he wasn't. He was the one that had the conversation. He wasn't upset about, like, getting a death threat. He wasn't upset about getting a death threat. He was just upset about being called the N-word. He wasn't upset about being, schmurdered. He was just upset about being called the N-word. Okay, Hannah.
All he had to talk about was the word. That word triggered him, which I completely understand, and I validated it 110%. And I'm like crying.
And you're a parent. You're not, you're making him, you're putting an emotional burden on him when he might not be mentally capable of handling your lack of emotional agility, Hannah. Your lack of emotional maturity. She wants him to comfort her in her embarrassment. And she wants him to validate her in her bad behavior.
%. And I'm like crying. And he stops mid-sentence and he comes up to me. And he takes both of his thumbs and he comes up to me and he wipes my tears. And then he takes a step back and he tells me, "Do you have any idea how beautiful you are?" He looked me up and down and he said, "Inside and out." And then he went on further to say that my soul is pure, that I have a pure soul. And so after I understood, we were walking in the hallway and I told him,
Hannah, that means nothing. I'll tell you a story. My niece, who is 3, used safety scissors and cut off the front chunk of her all the way across her hair this weekend. Like, gave herself an incredible set of very intense bangs. And my sister-in-law was like, "What did you do, baby?" And she goes, she said, "You're not supposed to cut your hair." And she goes, "It's okay, Mom. It'll grow back. I'm still beautiful." Because they're very positive about, like, they're very positive about saying positive things to their kids and having them be positive, like how they see themselves. And so they, like, it was a funny moment, but they repeat things, one, like, affirm themselves, but they also have things that they're told so that they can say to other people. What I'm trying to say is that he might be repeating things to comfort somebody else. I'm laughing nervously for his situation. I'm laughing because my niece looks adorable with her bangs, and she actually did a super even job with the safety scissors. But, and that she's so confident to, like, soothe my sister-in-law. Because also, like, her preschool pictures are coming up. Her saying, like, "It's okay, Mom, it'll grow back." Like, she knew my sister-in-law was like, "You're not supposed to be cutting your hair with safety scissors." And she's like, "It's okay, Mom, it'll grow back." Her, like, you know, him wiping her tears, like, he knows she's upset. And, like, did you know, like, you're beautiful inside and out and your soul is pure? Like, he has probably heard other people say that about him, or his mom say that about him, and he was trying to comfort her because she was upset. So she's taking what he was saying as a way to placate her guilt about what she said to him in those messages. She also said earlier, I didn't think anyone else was going to see those because she was talking to her quote unquote best friend, who she also said was evil earlier in this video, whatever. Except she certainly felt good when he said that she was pure, whatever, several seconds ago.
Thank you for standing up for what you believe in. Thank you for not keeping it quiet. My language just needs to be cleaned up. I said, since I got those awards, clearly I'm growing and I'm leveling up. So God, you know, this was it. Like, I had to clean up my mouth. And so I thanked him in that.
Oh, sorry. I need to rewind that. I'm going back to 645 because what you just said about cleaning up her mouth, that's a part that you don't want to miss. Sorry.
So after I understood, we were walking in the hallway and I told him, thank you for standing up for what you believe in. Thank you for not keeping it quiet. My language just needs to be cleaned up.
My language does need to be cleaned up. Not, I don't even know what to say. My language does need to be cleaned up. What are you talking about? You're using that? We were raging about it earlier. I know we watched this twice. I'm sorry. I'm just like, no, Hannah. No. You're shooting the shit with people and you're using this as like a inserting, like you're swapping this out for bro. Heck no. No.
I said, since I got those awards, clearly I'm growing and I'm leveling up. So God, you know, this was it. Like, I had to clean up my mouth. And so I thanked him in that. I said that I needed this and thank you. The last part of the conference was happening and I ended up leaving because I was so emotionally drained. And so I decided to go get a massage. I come back from the massage. The only person I see in my view is Michelle.
Yes.
And she's at the...
I mean, a bunch of other stuff. If she's saying like, oh yeah, I need to clean up my language, it's just like, but using a slur is not just her like, if she's using a slur like in everyday language, like you've got, what, if you're using that as like, God, like, my brain is breaking right now, Hannah. And if like, just casual, like, I'm just gonna like throw an assault in there, like, no thanks. Like, you live in a very like nice house with a nice garage with nice cars on a big piece of land. Like, what's going on? I don't even know what I mean by that. Like, I guess my bias of like, I don't know what I mean by that. I don't even know what I mean by that. She's breaking my brain watching her. I guess that's what I mean.
The front desk area where all the snacks are. And I flash her a really big smile, and you know what she does? She flashes me a bigger smile back. The biggest smile she's ever flashed me. And so I go up to her. Zane's walking behind me. She says to Zane, hey, did you give Hannah her s'mores bag? Because I bought the s'mores. He was like, no, I'll go give her the bag. And so she tells, after everything, she tells Zane to take the bag, to give the bag to me. So she watches me and Zane go up, just me and him, to the hotel room.
What's that smile for?
And when we got to his door, I said, do you want me to stay out here and you give me the bag, or do you want to come to my room? He said, I'll go to your room. And so when I got home, I called Carol because I saw that Zane wasn't following me anymore, but he kept looking at my profile. And so by the fourth time, I follow him to like let him know, like, I see you. Like, first
I follow him to let him know I see you. What are you, 12? What like a passive aggressive, like, dramatic middle school thing to do? I see you. What is happening?
First of all, I see that you blocked me and unblocked me, so since we're not following each other. Second of all, I see you looking at my profile. And so he blocks me and unblocks me again, and then looks at my profile again, so I follow him again. Messages me saying, we're not friends, stop trying to follow my TikTok account. And I was like, I must be totally out of the loop, like this is news to me, but I'll just do us a favor and block you myself. And after that, I didn't say anything.
Oh my God. I'll rewind it because I don't know what I'm doing. I'll just do us a favor and block you myself. Please hold.
I must be totally out of the loop, like this is news to me, but friends, stop trying to follow. Blocks me and unblocks me again, and then looks at my profile again, so I follow him again. Messages me saying, we're not friends, stop trying to follow my TikTok account. And I was like, I must be totally out of the loop, like this is news to me, but I'll just do us a favor and block you myself. And after that, I didn't say anything to anyone. Then I go live, and this dude named Josh with the black heart comments on my live and says that I'm disgusting and vile and that I don't deserve a spot here at Ryze and that I don't belong here. I didn't say anything about that either. And then a girl messaged me and said, and asked if I was okay. And I don't really talk to this girl, and I'm like, yeah, why? And she's like, well, Michelle's out on the streets saying that Zane is a victim of your abuse. And she's doing it on Reddit, whatever. So I immediately call Carol. She tells me to stay away from her because she's just all about drama and that she's just trying to get information out of me. When she first answered, she said, let me tell you something, Hannah. Just let me tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't want to answer this phone call because I don't know how to deal with it. And so she patches me in with this other chick. I'm pretty sure she was already on the line. I don't know. And she pretty much like put herself on mute while she got ready for her live, and I talked to the other woman. And then Carol goes live, and she's talking to that specific girl, telling her how much she loves her. So I'm kind of confused. So it's really twisted and it's messed up, and no one's sticking up for me. Everything's just normal.
Everything's everyone else's fault, and it's not my fault, and I'm feeling really isolated because I did really shitty things to other people. And then I bailed because I was embarrassed by my behavior, and now I'm regretting what I did because I can't own up to my own behavior, and now I'm throwing a temper tantrum. The end.
Normal, right? For everyone else, but not for me. That's the story. That is what really happened. That's the truth. And the fact that I'm being dodged, I'm being ignored, but...
I'm being ignored? She picked up the phone. What are you talking about? She picked up the phone.
Michelle and Zane are not. By Carol. Carol's talking to them.
What part of Carol picked up the phone right before she was going on a live was her ignoring you?
While they are lying, saying serious allegations about me when she was there to see everything. I texted, I told, I gave opportunities, and the opportunities were not taken. So here's the truth. It is the truth. So, yeah.
All right. Sorry this live has gone off the deep end. Okay. Well. This is Mama Bear. This is the mom of Zane. Uh-oh, there's music.
I wasn't gonna do this. I was gonna be the better person for once and not respond to your stupid ass videos.
Hold on. Gosh, is this gonna be a copyright song? Hold on. Let me see if I can take the... Can I take music out on this? Ugh. You know what? If we get demonetized, we get demonetized. That's fine. We'll just do it.
Because we will have our day. I will tell you one thing. I am tired. Beyond tired. Of you playing victim and your big puppy dog tears. If you don't think the situation affects me, it makes me sad. It makes me cry. It does.
Her voice is super low. There's not a way for me to... Let me try. I lied. Oh, let's try it. I'm gonna try it again.
I wasn't gonna do this. I was gonna be the better person for once and not respond to your stupid ass videos. Because we will have our day. I will tell you one thing. I am tired. Beyond tired of you playing victim and your big puppy dog tears. If you don't think the situation affects me, it makes me sad. It makes me cry. It does. And who's your best friend? Zane? I always wanted a best friend like that. That's a great best friend, isn't it? I'm not gonna go back and forth with details. I know the truth. That's all that matters. You said what you said. You were wrong. And now you're alone. Guess who else is alone? Me and Zane. Why? Because people are taking our side. Never asked anyone to. Never. I didn't expect anyone to. And nobody was there. But you can see, the text messages. And that says it all. I literally just had to pull off the highway to make this response. Because if I don't make the response, then, people are really gonna talk. Look, she's a bully. She's conniving. She's her son's disability. She's the reason why her son's mental health is so bad. Not one damn one of you know me. Even if you're on my side, or if you believe my side, whatever you want to call it, you don't know me. But I will tell you what I'm not. I'm not a bully. I'm not a bad mom. And I'm not a liar. I'm also not a racist. Or a bigot. else. I am a mom who has had to fight for 32 years. Because, you know, I had to fight since I was pregnant with him, too. But if you were his best friend, you would know his birth story. And you don't, so therefore, hey, bestie, what's up? I mean, if y'all want to go ahead and believe, you know, her puppy dog tears, go ahead. I don't give up anymore. You heard me? We will have our day. And then all those that second guess me, you know, all those posting on Reddit about me, about my mom, my mothering style, whatever you want to call it. Can I just clear up for the record one thing? Zane has never been institutionalized. So keep on Reddit. Do you know that it's very easy to get an IP address off of Reddit? Just saying. And do you know that whoever decided to call the police and adult CPS to do a welfare check on Zane, even if you did call an anonymous, which I'm assuming you did, guess what's still on that report? Your phone number. So on Wednesday, when I have that report, you're getting blasted to whoever you were. Because if there's one thing my child is not, and that's in danger in my house when I'm around. So, call him again if you want. Call him every day, every hour, on the hour. Give a rat booty. Call. I never get nothing on me. Ever. But I've watched your lives, Hannah. Remember that pain thinner? When you said, oh, he's just dehydrated. He needs to drink some water. Here, I got some water for you. And your little chat was egging you on. Such a beautiful piece for court. Oh, you just fell into my hands with that one, didn't you? And you can keep making these videos and deleting them. Because if you don't think my village gets to them before I do, you know nothing. So this is 6 minutes of taking up absolutely everybody's time who decides to watch this. For what? Because I'm not giving anybody anything. I said my piece. In order to tell our story, we could not continue to be reps. It is against P&P to talk down about a company or a fellow IC. So we were forced. Because they dropped the ball. Teach their own, their opinions. You know, we're all entitled to our opinions. You don't have to believe me. I don't care. But you can have your opinion. I'm okay with that. At the end of the day, God, that's what's important. Since you want to bring him into everything, God knows the truth. And whether that put him to sleep with brass knuckles, put his body in a suitcase, take it back to you at Texas. If you think I'm playing, just go to Goodwill. You know, Goodwill just happened to be right in front of the hotel off a conference property. Even if that, you had no intentions on that and following through. Why would you say that to your bestie? Your bestie. I joke with my friends. Never in that Meaning way, whatever. It was very descriptive, Hannah. And you know why you were told to get out of the lobby? Because I was fixing to go to jail. Right then and there. I'm serious. You see me talking? Me and you, Hannah. I was going to go to jail. Because I am that mama bear. Yeah. Till death for mine. But, I mean, I think majority of parents are like that. I could be wrong, but, you know, I don't know. So continue to make your little funky videos. Playing the victim. Poor Hannah. Poor Hannah. Poor Hannah. I'm so tired of poor fucking Hannah. Poor Hannah. What about saying? 25 months of my life, I put my all in this company. And had to walk away. After just going to conference. So yeah, poor Hannah. Poor Hannah. I don't know what else to say, you guys. But if you want to believe what she's saying, just go ahead and hit that unfollow button. Just do us both a favor. Just do us both a favor. Because we don't need that in our life. It's your right to believe whatever you want to believe. I have no right to tell you you can't believe that. That's your right. Just hit that unfollow button. Just know, this is now 10 minutes. This is the last video I'm making regarding this. I'm done defending myself or my son.
Oh my God. Oh, there she blows. Fizzing on the Rockies. Where is it? Someone who's a member, or please remind me to check back on Wednesday to see who called CPS on that mom, because number one, I'm pissed. And number two, you know she's gonna tell, if it's Hannah who called CPS, holy shit. If Hannah called CPS on that mom, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna freaking lose it. Can you imagine if Hannah did? Copy. Ugh. I just sent these to Savannah. Sorry, last one. Ugh. Sorry, shit has hit the fan. Sorry, shit has hit the fan. These three, also someone called CPS on Zane. Phone number of reporting person coming out next Wednesday. Savannah's doing a video on this. Yeah, I think we'd all... APS, sorry. APS. Thank you. Thank you. It's kind of hard to hear her tone. And I was like, oh yeah, CPS. My ears were like, nope, wrong. Thank you. So I'm putting... Savannah has access to my board, so she has all the new links. So we're good to go. Thank you. I hope that was like worth it for the update, because those last 3 videos, I feel like were worth it, especially since Hannah told us the victim tea, the fake victim tea. So, I don't know. I feel like Hannah's gonna be like scrambling, especially if she knows that. And let me see. So this video of like that's the last finale that came out on 6 hours ago, right? The one where Hannah is crashing out is from dang it. I want to see if she's crying because it's gonna come out. I wonder if she's crying because sorry. I wonder if she's crying because let's see, when did this come out? 3 hours ago. Do you think that she's crying because wait. Because her name's gonna come up? The finale video from the mama bear got posted 5 hours ago. This is the video of her crying and losing. No, that's Katie Ann. Never mind. When did this come out? 11 hours. Bad. We'll see what happens. That was not a good. No. Hold on. I gotta go back. We'll have to see what happens. Because I just wonder if she's. I think she's throwing her fit. I think our initial reaction of her throwing her fit. Oh, here's another video.
I'm getting a lot of.
Never mind. There's another video. We're not done. I'm distracted. Our initial thoughts of why she did the video, I think, was correct. I was off on the timetable. So, 7 hours. This is from 7 hours ago.
Messages asking if I'm okay, and I wanted to address something. The reasoning behind the video was I wanted to share how I was feeling. I do that, if you guys know me, okay? And so I did. And then something happened in me. I started to get heated because of how sad I am. And it makes me think of if my child or my husband or my best friend or my friend or anybody feels this way, I'm gonna stand up for them.
Oh, stop. She didn't think about that once. Only after Michelle said something did Hannah come back and say something.
Because clearly they look alone. They look vulnerable. They look like they're fending for themselves. And for the first time in my life, I saw myself and I said, no. So I decided to continue the video, and I was going to tell my story. Because this the other side has been going on, and what have I done?
Stop.
I've given vague details with no names, and
stop.
It just didn't do it for me. I've given opportunities. I have tried to get someone to acknowledge me and validate me and be on my side. That was there. So usually, and the funny thing is this is exactly what I was talking about at conference when that lady was talking and I took the microphone. This is the exact issue that I was trying to...
This is exactly what happened at conference when that lady was talking and I took the microphone. Tell me less.
Verbalize that was really hard to get out for people to understand. These kind of issues, my whole life, I have taken the other person and I have put them up here and I have made sure that I overcompensate for what they did, even if it's to me, because I don't want them to feel bad. I don't want them to feel guilty. I don't want anyone to look at them a certain way to make them feel any type of way. And so I just carry it around, right?
What?
And I can do that with ease because I know that the Lord has me, right? Like, he has me.
Did he have you when you were calling Zane the N-word, or you were threatening to assault him or unalive him, or when you were telling him that he shouldn't have been offended when he told you that he was really hurt that you were calling him the N-word, or that it wasn't a big deal, or that when you asked him if you were a racist, he said, he didn't say that specifically, but that you using that word towards him, that it was a big deal to him and please don't say that, and that did you have any idea about the history of using the N-word towards people of color, and then you got offended, and to please delete the word on both of y'all's ends so that it wouldn't get around Ryze, and he said he wasn't petty? No? We don't remember any of that? Huh? What?
But I know for a fact, this time, he told me, you are going to stand up for yourself.
Oh, you definitely stood up for yourself. I think you're missing the part in the Bible where Jesus like laid down his life for others, and I think you forgot the part where you forgot to apologize to Zane and say, I'm so sorry that I said that. I won't say that again. I shouldn't have said that. And if you can't find it in your heart to forgive me, I hope that I can show you by behaving differently in the future that you can trust me as someone who won't use that language around you or others again. And I'm sorry that I was an unsafe person to talk to. And I'm sorry that I didn't validate your feelings. No? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, the pick-me attitude.
As a parent, if my child were to continue to do this, I would get angry. And I would say, you are not going to let them make you feel this way. You need any.
Nobody can make you feel any kind of way, and I think you forgot the part where you made someone's child, someone else's child gave you more respect than you ever gave them when they didn't have to give you one lick of respect, and they tried to help you out, and you decided, oh wait, I'm sorry, you treated them like shit, and then after all of that, after you behaved like the victim, you then said they were completely evil.
That you guys are thinking about, people that are in the video, that wasn't my intention at all. I just told you my intention. And it was to simply stand up for myself. And if you do have
How is standing up for yourself calling the other people your former best friend, the person that you called the N-word, you then called your former best friend completely evil. Oh, but you never have any bad intentions towards anyone. You're full of integrity. You're full of integrity. You're humble, and God's still doing a good work in you. I'm so mad.
Opinion of anyone else in there, that is totally your prerogative. All I did was tell the story, and you take it how you want to, but I did this for me, and I'm so sorry if the people that were involved don't have such a good look right now.
I'm so sorry if, like, you don't like how I painted them, but, like, it is what it is. I'm not going to take any accountability for how I painted the picture, even if I lied. Or, I'm sorry, even if I painted them really badly or painted them in a way that inaccurately portrays who they are as human beings. It came out how it came out.
I'm okay. I'm not bawling my eyes out. I haven't been bawling my eyes out since the video. It was in the moment, and I validated myself, and that's it. And now
you're always validating yourself, and you're always looking for other people to validate yourself. You looked for Zane to validate yourself when he wasn't, at the time, capable of validating what you wanted to, when you should have been okay with feeling shame for your behavior. It's okay to feel bad when you do shitty things to other people. It's okay to sit with that bad feeling. It's okay. People do bad things, and you can sit with it, and you get to feel the shame, and you get to say, this feeling is memorable, so I don't do this thing again.
now my story is told. Now the gaps are filled in. I have people messaging me saying, thank you. I was so confused.
We're not confused. We saw 14 screenshots of text messages where you're being an awful person. Oh yeah, this is the screenshot we're using for the... Thanks.
So confused, and now you're not. Now,
if I wasn't confused earlier, I'm definitely not confused now.
Now you guys get to take these crooked glasses and you get to straighten them up. And now you can see...
Oh, now she's getting self-righteous. We love that. I'm just going to double check. Oh yeah, I need to download this one. Okay. Savannah needs this one too.
What's really going on? So, deuces. I don't know what else to say. See y'all on the flip side. I'm getting a lot of...
You're too stupid to understand things, so I'm going to spell it out for you. Just come to my page so I can tell you, like, how to interpret screenshots, because, like, you obviously don't understand. Let me straighten your, like, your rose-colored glasses, because obviously, SSS. Trying to get all this stuff for Savannah real quick. Sorry, I'm, like, bitter about all this. I'm so mad. Mother trucker. She literally was like, saw what the mama bear lady posted, and she started there only as trying to, like, be like the lady, because she's like, oh, she was focused on her kid, and she couldn't help but, like, try to turn everything back around to herself. She couldn't help it. She literally couldn't help it. It's like, oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. So, I'm gonna get this uploaded to Savannah. Do something to regulate yourself. Late Night Live crew. It's been a good, it's been fun hearing more of the tea, because fuckery literally is afoot. I can't wait to see what the phone number is on the, is on that report. I can't believe someone called Protection Services on that mom. And if Hannah did that, I can't believe someone did that. I think that's I think that's wild and vindictive if someone did that. So, God. The things that are happening in the world, and the fact that this is in the MLM space, and the fact that Ryze didn't terminate Hannah, and the fact that Hannah's still throwing a fit, that nobody's paying attention to her. So, anyways, TLDR, Hannah's acting like a victim after she did a bunch of racist stuff to an individual who has an intellectual disability, whose mom is an incredible advocate for him, and Hannah still can't wrap her head around what she did being wrong. She threw a fit and then told the story that she thought put herself in a good light. It didn't put her in a good light, and then when she saw Zayn's mom advocate for Zayn again, Hannah tried to go on another video to put herself in a better light, and then continued to dig herself into a bigger hole. So, the end. Well, that's the end so far. But thank you for joining me. I will see y'all next time for the next stream. If something happens, I will keep you posted. Hopefully we'll have a lighthearted, some other type of stream later. And if something else hits the fan for this, I'll probably let you know in a post, or hopefully gather something more beefy if more things like happen. So, and for sure, if the only thing to come out is what happens like with the report from who filed it, I'll let you know on Wednesday. So, have a good night or morning. See you later. If I can find the end button. Toodles!